I read 2 to 3 books a month. It takes time to read a book. I like reading because I can forget things. I also think I become more imaginative from reading books.
I like reading books. It calms me down. When I read, I underline the important passages. It is helpful to read. I sometimes write down some notes on the book when I think it is important.
When I finish a book, I always write a book report on it. It helps to organize my thoughts. Last weekend, I read an interesting novel. After that, I spent 2 hours writing a book report on it.
I like to keep my books clean. I try to take good care of the books. When I read, I never write on or fold the pages, so I don't like lending my books to friends. It bothers me when my friend returns the book with folded pages.
I used to read a lot. Recently, I have been reading less than before. I try to read more because when I read a book, great ideas come to me. I prefer reading to watching TV when I need to think.
I read books to get some information. However, sometimes it is hard to understand some books. When I read a difficult book, I need to reread the same sentences over and over to completely understand the paragraph.
It is safe to live in my neighborhood. There are many surveillance cameras in the area, so I feel safe to get around late at night. However, my mom always yells at me when I come home late. I want to live alone.
There is a bus stop in front of my house. The subway station is just a few blocks away from my house, so it is convenient to use public transportation. I always travel by public transportation.
I live in an apartment, but I don't get along with my neighbors. I actually don't even know who lives next door, but I think it is important to get to know your neighbors.
Step 3.
I usually come home late at night. However, there has been lots of theft in the neighborhood, so recently I tried to go home early in the evening, but it is scary to be home alone. So when no one is home, I go out to meet my friends.
I am very close to some of my neighbors. We see each other almost every day. I think they are closer to me than my siblings are. I like spending time with my neighbors.
There are not enough parking spaces in my neighborhood. It is difficult to find a spot when you try to park late at night. It is frustrating. Some neighbors often argue over parking.